This is a great slide. My job is change management. You're in the process of selling. You've got to change people. How can you change people? Very obvious to me, change can happen in an instant, in the right environment. How do I change you? There is a process of change. This is the process of selling. This is what great salespeople, great marketers do instinctively from an emotional perspective. Number one principle in order to get you to change is number one, I have to make you dissatisfied with your current situation. How do I do that? What is the best technique of making you dissatisfied with your current position? Huh? Highlight it? But how would you do that? Yeah, you would ask questions. See, most people are not going to tell you they're dissatisfied with the current situation because they put a shield up. The shield up is, I'm invincible. I can't show you my limp. But if I build trust with them, over time they will show me their limp. But they won't do it initially because there is an enemy called pride. So I have to make them dissatisfied with their current situation. Sometimes they're dissatisfied already because they're phoning me. When someone's phoning you as an inquiry, they're dissatisfied already. But if you're prospecting, you actually have to make the customer dissatisfied with their current situation. I'll ask you questions. I'll find your bruise. Now, for those people who realise I've got a bit of an eagle in me, as soon as I find your bruise, guess what I do? I make it bleed. I don't come off your bruise. In fact, I'll linger there for a little while. I'll ask 3 more questions on that same bruise to go deeper and deeper. Here's a classic example. John, how's your business going? Great. How many hours are you working? Oh, wow, 90 hours. Gee, that's a lot. How does that make you feel? Oh, man. Tell you, I never see the kids. How old are the kids, John? 6 and 9. So, just out of experience, when do you think the kids basically start saying to parents, leave me alone? Oh, probably 15 or 16. So you reckon you've got about 6 or 7 more years until they start saying that? Yeah. See, that's a killer question. How would you feel if you actually continued to work the way you are and never had that opportunity to invest in your children? That's going to rip your heart out, isn't it? But here's what. A challenger will go there. A relationship builder won't. A challenger will dare to go into that charted water because a challenger basically says, I'm here to solve your problem and I fundamentally believe I can and I don't really give a shit if I challenge you. You've got to make them dissatisfied, but you can't let them linger there too much because too much dissatisfaction stirs people and they need that problem solved. So what you've got to do is that you've got to actually show them what their vision or life could look like. Okay, you have to show them heaven. From a spiritual perspective, it's not unfamiliar. This would be called hell, that would be called heaven. It's the foundation of every great movie. The hero story, we call it. Next thing that happens is that my job is that once I've shown you the vision, once I've shown you the dream, my job is to actually show you how easy it is to get there, step by step. I have to manage your expectations, and I call that the stairway to heaven. And I have to manage your expectations regarding that. So if you want to be brilliant at selling, don't just understand the doves, the eagles, the peacocks and owls. Understand how to change people instantaneously. Because in many times, the greatest weakness that they have is they don't know that I don't know. And you've got to make them dissatisfied. And if you cannot make them dissatisfied with their current situation, get out of there. Because there is no need to change. Okay, in summary, let's just rip this out, and we're going to give you all these great slides later on, so don't be too fast. I'm just going to give you, in summary, a DNA of what are the 10 laws of sales success. Clearly, I know I have to sell. I'm an owner, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a business owner. Selling has to be my livelihood. And if you can sell well, your business will always prosper. Number one principle, you've actually got to have a positive expectancy. If you say today is going to be a terrible day, it will be a terrible day. What you confess, you possess. The greatest opportunity is in a tough marketplace because the vast majority of your opposition live in negativity. They don't come to these events. What they do is they go home and they watch TV and get depressed.